Immortal Works Flash Fiction Friday, Episode 13, The Champion, by Lehua Parker, read by John Grundvig. Padwit watched Sir Baskel struggle, his cheeks 2 spots of raspberry jam in a bowl of ashen oatmeal. Bacon-greased sweat ran down his neck and pooled under his armor. Down the valley and across the sea, only a finger's width of sun lingered above the horizon. With just the hill crest between them and the dragon's lair, Padwit knew. We're doomed. "Hold up!" Sir Baskel puffed. "Where's the fire?"
"My lord, we've less than 10 minutes of daylight."
"No smoke?" he wheezed, leaning against an oak tree. "Can't have dragon fire without smoke."
"Sablath feeds at dusk, my lord. All dragons do."
"You're sure about this?" Sir Baskel clutched his chest.
"My lord, I swear it's as I told you at the tavern."
"You'd better be right, Padwit. This quest has to be epic or our deal's off."
"You'll be a hero, my lord. In the clearing just ahead, a maiden's chained between 2 posts."
"Chained?" Sir Baskel reached for his wineskin. "Doesn't seem very sporting."
"I don't think that's the point, my lord."
Sir Baskel poured a healthy slug down his gullet. He cocked an eyebrow. "What kind of maiden exactly?"
"A fair one, my lord."
"Just a pretty girl? Not a princess? Not the daughter of a duke or guildmaster?"
"No, my lord. All married off long ago."
Sir Baskel downed another swig and pursed his lips. "This is wrong, Padwit, wrong. Sheep, cattle, things of real value, yes, but commoners can't be swapped for princesses. The villagers can't fool him."
"Her, my lord." "Her. Fool her."
Wine dribbled. Sir Baskel blinked. "Sablath's a girl."
"She's a dragon," said Padwit.
"A female dragon?"
"Yes."
"You brought me all this way to battle a lady dragon? Are you mad? Who sings songs about that?"
"Sablath is fierce, my lord. A right holy terror, as you'll see. And the maiden is quite lovely."
"How lovely?"
"She has nice hair, flaxen and long as a horse's tail."
Sir Baskel snorted. "With a face to match, no doubt." He narrowed his eyes. "Tell me more about this hero's ballad you've promised."
"Key of C, easy to sing, my lord. Catchy, too."
"And the lyrics?"
"Each and every sword thrust and parry captured for posterity, promise."
"I don't know, Padwit. I just don't know. This all seems a little hinky to me." Padwit counted 5 seconds he didn't have, then pointed up the trail.
"My lord, we must hurry. A maiden needs rescuing. A dragon needs slaying. You are a knight, I am a bard. Destiny doesn't get more obvious than this."
Sir Baskel corked his wineskin. "All right, but your song better make peasants get up and dance." In the clearing at the top of the rise, the maiden waited. Chains looped her wrists, tethering her outstretched arms to wooden posts. Her long golden hair shimmered in the twilight. The simple white of her gown was stark against the gore-streaked ground beneath her feet. One slender foot moved. It was tap, 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 tapping.
"Elsbeth,"
Padwit said.
"Cutting it rather fine, Paddy," she hissed. "But Ellie, I brought you a knight."
Sir Baskel pushed into the clearing and bowed.
"My champion,"
Elsbeth gushed. "Your humble serv— Wait a minute, I know you," he said. "You're no maiden. You're the tavern wench."
"You promised, my lord, a heroic deed for a song. That was our deal,"
Padwit said. Sir Baskel shook his head and crossed his arms. "Not a maiden and not a princess. No deal."
"But she's my sister."
Sir Baskel rolled his eyes. "What a surprise." "You're the champion. You can't abandon her. She'll be dragon fodder any minute." "I'm sorry, Padwit, but rules are rules. If she were a princess, no problem. A sheep, maybe. But she's a tavern wench. And, well—"
"I could make this work,"
Padwit said, pulling parchment from a pocket. "How? She's not even pretty. Some ballad this is going to make."
"Have faith, my lord. Your song hasn't been written."
Elsbeth fluttered her eyelashes.
Brave Sir Baskel, you're my only hope. Save me from the great black dragon, Sablath.
Black? Sir Baskel spun around. Padwit, you said silver.
Ah, she is, Padwit said. Silver with pointy black talons. That's right. Just her talons are black, Elsbeth called. Don't listen to me. I'm a little stressed right now.
Sir Baskel frowned. A ballad of how I defeated a silly black she-dragon for the dubious honor of a maybe maiden is not going to cut it, Padwit. He glanced at Elsbeth. No offense.
Offense taken,
Elsbeth said.
Elsbeth, let me handle it. Padwit stepped close. My lord, think of the tavern.
What of it?
Everyone loves a good song. He's right, Elsbeth said.
You would know, Sir Baskel said. Ever heard the one about you, tavern wench? Something about a cook and a ladle.
I know it, my lord, as well as when the girls sing about how clumsily you stir the soup.
Padwit snapped his fingers at her. Elsbeth, sweetie, focus. Let's get out of this first. That's the most sensible thing you've said all day, Sir Baskel said.
Padwit said, My lord, you are a champion. Everyone loves a champion. I write a song that children will grrrg.
As the last beam of sunlight sank below the horizon, the dragon's lair moaned. Elsbeth screamed and yanked on her chains.
Sablath awakens! Hurry, my champion! Save me!
For the song's sake, my lord, I beg you, Padwit said. Right, Sir Baskel said, hitching up his sword and striding to the entrance. I'm the champion. Get ready to record me in action. From the mouth of the cavern, a deep-throated sizzle belched a fetid plume into the clearing. Sir Baskel held his nose. Ugh! Dragon's breath! Worse than rotten eggs!
Smoke, my lord, Padwit said. Soon there will be fire.
Sir Baskel stood ready with his sword held high. The ground trembled. Padwit slipped to the side. Sablath comes, he said. Finish her off with one quick stroke before her wings are free. Wings? Sir Baskel turned from the entrance. You didn't say anything about wings.
Oh, good grief.
The rock swooped down. Padwit winced as Sir Baskel's eyes rolled to the back of his head. His lifeless body crumbled.
Really, Paddy, do I have to do everything?
Elsbeth nudged the knight with her toe.
Your one job was to get him standing at the entrance at sunset. If he's not there when the geyser erupts, the whole gig falls apart.
So grab his legs and help me.
Did you have to pick the fattest knight in the kingdom?
She grumbled. Beggars can't be choosers. With the new road to Luxbury, we're lucky he came by.
Ugh, I hate this wig.
Elsbeth tossed it aside.
It itches, it's sweaty, and it smells like peaches.
Hey, Padwit said, have some respect. She had the prettiest tail in the kingdom until you chopped it off.
Only because knights think all maidens have long blonde hair, Elsbeth said. Thanks for that.
Padwit shrugged. My songs get around.
We need to get him closer, Padwit. We don't want him half-baked.
The ground around the mouth of the cavern bulged as pressure thundered to the surface. Too late! Leave him! Padwit shouted. Hot steam erupted from the geyser, swallowing Sir Baskel whole.
That never gets old,
Elsbeth grinned. Sablath strikes again, Padwit stretched, rolling his neck and shoulders. You're right. A smaller knight next time.
And braver. This one asks too many questions, Elsbeth said. We need a leap before you look kind of guy.
Padwit scribbled a bit on his parchment and scowled. How am I supposed to make this work? Nothing rhymes with silver.
Gold?
Gold's good, Padwit said. Gold, bold, cold, fold.
You hear that, Sablath? You're a posh gold dragon now, Elsbeth said,
winding up the chains and storing them in the cart. And mail, said Padwit.
Mail?
Padwit shrugged. It's a thing. The moon was halfway across the sky before Sir Baskel's armor cooled enough for Elsbeth and Padwit to handle his body. After rummaging through his pockets, prying the ruby from his sword hilt, and finding the coins hidden in his boot heel, Padwit went to work with his special three-bladed tool. Well? Padwit asked. Elsbeth cocked her head.
Lots of dragon-red blisters from parboiling in a tin suit. She sniffed. Nice brimstone bouquet, but no charring. I'll fix that with a torch. Ooh, I like what you've done with the claw marks across his arm and chest.
Not too much.
No. She kissed her fingertips. Don't change a thing.
I left his face bare.
Perfect. Mothers like them sleeping.
Padwit rubbed his belly. Last week, skinny Sir Ellesmere's family thanked us with a nice bit of cheese. Portly Sir Baskel died from his wounds after rescuing the maiden and killing a golden he-dragon. Think his parents will send a pig.
Maybe a ham if we're lucky, Elsbeth said with a sigh. No one appreciates art anymore.
Thanks for listening to Immortal Works Flash Fiction Friday. If you have a submission, please send it to contact@immortal-works.com.